There are a few things that devalue a woman in a man's eyes more than the need to seek attention from other men. There are some guys that like it. Those are the ones who say shit like, well, she's coming home to me tonight. Oh, she's out flirting with this guy and that. But most detest it. And the ones that enjoy it tend to be the ones who also enjoy doing it themselves and usually step out in the marriage or one or the other does. So for all the justification, it doesn't really seem like it's a recipe for success. Being the point. And I know that it's kind of the new thing now, all these polyamorous and ethical non-monogamous relationships and things. But they don't tend to be successful, do they? Statistically, since we trust the science now. There's a statistic going around the interwebs that something like 45% of all heterosexual marriages end in divorce. That sounds pretty straight fucking forward, pretty honest. I've always said the gays should have the right to be just as miserable as the rest of us. I've always supported gay marriage. Turns out that gay men only get divorced at like 22%. So when a guy, and I do define that very narrowly, despite the personality, they're more inclined to stick with it longer. And lesbian couples get divorced at like 70 something fucking percent, which is all the proof you need that women are impossible to live with at times. These variants, these statistics provide a bit of color to a myriad, a puzzle, a mural of a collection of experiences, both within the relationship and without, that lead to its inevitable rise or fall. And we all have different experiences, but we all exist within the same species on the same planet. And all of those that experience it now are experiencing it within the same time period. And while life in Africa is way different than life in America, and they still have clothes now where they did not 30, 40 years ago. It's a UNICEF and things of that nature. So life is changing everywhere. And where it doesn't change, it ends up on National Geographic because it's so rare. That's important because we all share the similar experiences. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort danger to groupthink, but there are many lessons to be learned in group success. Why fail 100,000 times if you can just look over and see what's working for that guy or that girl or that relationship? All these women hating, bear choosing misogynists, and that is a word, ladies. It'd really be up a shit creek if, men did stop dating. Not because they can't take care of themselves, but because they'd be fucking lonely and miserable, bouncing around as they do. Because men are the more rational, reserved, patient, controlled. Women tend to be flighty, quick, intelligent, and maneuver, manipulative. And creative. They're both all sides of the same coins. That is what it is. That's why it works. It works because life is structured that way. Not by design, just by happenstance, by trial and error, by the lives and deaths of 7 trillion people every year on this planet. We are all unique in our experience and our person on this world, but our person and our experiences, they are not. It is an interesting dichotomy, I think. So what was the point of all this, huh? What was the point I was making of this so far 8-minute recording? As I often do, I fucking forgot why I started recording it. One thought led to another, and here we are. I had been thinking of the importance, contrast, balance, yin and the yang, support and structure, and how these things work together naturally. I've been thinking about a lot of things. We hold that which is valuable. With more, we assign that which is valuable, more important than that which is not, more importance than that which is not. I can say that I allow things that I care about to what's the word? Occupy more headspace than things I don't. myself to act in ways that prioritize my needs in ways that aren't reflective of what I ought or what I need. I am willing to sacrifice more than I ought to be. And I do. Consistently. For that which is valuable. But what makes it so? Beloved, it's intimacy. It's connection. It's closeness. To me, at least. It's the relationship. How it builds or breaks my peace, my structure, my needs, the life that I want to live. Suppose it is for a great many of us. And when it's of value, when it's good, when it's a thing that I desire, I'll go to great lengths to retain it. But that does apply pressure to it. Because should I be willing to do all these things for this thing, then it ought to be worth something. Nothing turns off a guy quicker than a woman who seeks attention from other men. Nothing makes a woman worth less in a guy's eyes. The woman's out there fucking other guys. And it's like, well, she's just out there fucking everybody. It's not mine. And sex is great, especially when it's great. But that's not the only reason we do it. Sure, at first it is. First, everybody's just looking for a good time. Usually. You want to build it into something. It's going to be a thing. You try on a pair of shoes and you like them. You want it to be an outfit. And look good in it. And if you really like a pair of shoes, you really want it to be in a thing. And I cannot wear shoes that other people are fucking wearing. That is fucking disgusting. That's how you get athlete's foot. And there's a whole lot of athlete's feet going around. God. What is the sound of 2 feet clapping? I didn't really work that and segue that in well. Maybe that's the whole point. Which brings me to the next stage. Faith is a hard thing. It's hard to be faithful and can't see the way forward. Or you look off in the distance and it's still just darkness. You're just walking kind of aimlessly. And faith is just continuing to walk in that direction. Nice rod and thy staff comfort me. As long as I keep walking in this direction, I'll be okay. But will I be? What if that leads to loneliness? Your will, not mine. So you wander off. But there's intelligence to be had in group experience. And once the sheep wanders off, it always finds itself in trouble. Such a catch-22. Faith is choosing the catch. And on that note, I'll put an end to this thing. I don't remember what I used to say at the end of anything. I hope this brings some consideration, thought. I hope this provokes some thought in whoever hears it. I hope that one day I do find a fucking woman that's not constantly fucking me over or fucking around on me. I suspect I won't. Probably just die alone. I don't understand why that's the path.